Today we are going to discuss the railway sector. So going forward, just a minute, or going forward, we see the what's the growth in the industry. So under the union budget, we have seen that in 2024, the allocated budget was $29 billion, which is a massive budget, and it's planned to 1 trillion in acquiring the trains that like Vande Bharat, etc. So India's travel sector is booming and the fifth largest in the world, and it's expected 2030 to be $10 billion. Okay, moving forward, we see the Indian Railway posted a growth of 25% in the freight department, which is a major chunk of the revenue. So it's a massive growth from 15% to 25%. Moving forward, we see sector breakdown. There are two sectors in the railways, passenger and the freight, and majorly the freight accounts for the revenue, and passenger is a very small part, around 20% only. So what we have seen, there is an increase in the passenger segment from 2021 because the COVID has gone and now people start traveling. So there's a rapid rise in the passengers and there's a significant small amount of chunk rise in the freight department also. So then we see the waste to wealth story. Previously, 2 3 years back, no one was talking about today. The sector looks very hot, not performing, outperforming all of the sectors. So why there was negative sentiment before? So firstly, it was because of it is a very capital intensive business, and without capex or order books, the company will not grow. Moving forward, we see that the best one is the Titagarh, which have outperformed all its competitors and all the stocks that are related to the railway sector. So why today we are talking about this sector? Talking about this sector because there is an expectations between the people that 2024 budget will be for railways, and they will increase in the allocation of amount, and revamping of stations are coming. FDI inflows are increasing in the Indian market, and passengers segment is reviving, and the growth is very fast in passenger, and with improved trains, the passenger segment will grow more faster, and the customer which are willing to go in flights will shift towards trains. There are high class trains like Vande Bharat, which will turn the industry of passenger railway to a next level. Now we will see what are the future plans. Future plans are to bought 400 new generations of Vande Bharat, and which are currently 50 to 55 only, and to be carbon neutral by 2030. Means all the trains which are currently running in coal or anything will not be there in 2030. Okay, so means there will be more orders to replace that trains. And in G20, we have seen that there is a deal between Middle and South Asia to connect India by port. So the trains will be a major part for the deal. And basically, if there will be a high speed train, the freight will be lower down as the time consumed will be less, which will affect the entire transport system and the businesses directly. So now we will see the four companies that we hope or that are performing well, and why there's a reason these are performing well in the railway sector. So the first one is Titagarh. Titagarh, the major manufacturer of the wagons in the freight part. It is in the passenger also, but the majorly in the freight manufacturing. Order value book is already 28,000 crore. Market leader of 32%, and capital apex is done, and it's spent a lot of money in the R&D department. But remember, it's not a buy and sell recommendation, it's just for the knowledge purpose. But why we are talking about this right now? Because we should have the knowledge why the stock is performing, why the market is doing well, why the railway sector is doing well. Moving forward, what's in the order book? We see that the Around 49% is the that passenger one, and the freight one is 51%. Okay, and the company is planning to roll out in 3 to 3.5 years. The order they means the per year the revenue will for sure for 4,500 crores. Current production is 700 wagon a month, and it trying to achieve 1,000 per month. Now, what we'll see from the Concall. Concall, we can see that Gujarat Metro Rail Corporation Limited given an order to the Titagarh of 866 crores, and then another order from Ahmedabad Metro Rail Phase 2 project of 350 crores. It got an E plus stable rating from Crescent, which is a very good sign. Okay, moving forward, we see that they are expected to 10% margin in the passenger segment, 11% margin in the freight department, which is a good margin for a capital incentive business. Now the PE is 66. It could re-rate. The 3-year median is 30.2. Now going forward, we see the quarterly result. Quarterly results are increasing. Okay. The profits are also increasing. Okay. Margin are 10 to 11%. I said already. And the taxes are 25 to 35%. The sales and jump rate 80% from the last year. It's an robust sales because of the tailwinds on the government allocation only. DII and FII increased shareholding in the stock sector or the stock Titagarh. So coming towards the antithesis, if the government changes in policy, stop the orders, sanction of funds, and there's a delay in the completion of orders, price volatility of raw materials can impact the stock a lot. So moving to the second company. Second company is the Jupiter Wagon. It's also basically in the same category like Titagarh of manufacturing of wagons with some coach accessories also, load bodies, commercial heavy vehicles, revenue. Major chunk is revenue railway wagons only, and other is containers. And it's the order book. Order book, it's interesting. 5,000, much smaller than the Titagarh, but still quite large. 5,357 crore. Okay, for the railways. Jupiter was. What's the difference with the Jupiter? And so I said Jupiter is not in the metro department and coaches building. Jupiter wagons have diversified into manufacturing brake system, brake disc, complete solution, commercial vehicle and containers. Okay. And Titagarh is fully on that wagons department wala things. Okay. Concall highlights. They are going to emerge in the new EV business with better range, payload, and battery capacity, and along with the drone business. Okay. Current order book is 13,500 wagons, both five that we have seen the order book. That's only. And expected orders is 20,000 more by Indian Railways. Okay. By the November part. Nearest competitor Texano Rail has market cap of 4,000 against JWL peaks valuation rupees 15,000. Taxi has also announced QIP of 1,000, which will 20% dilution करेंगे वो लोग. Okay. So, but we see the valuations are not until unless we have to wait for the budget. If the budget is in favor of the railway sector, the valuation may be justified. The ROE of Titagarh is lower than the Jupiter. Jupiter ROE is greater than Titagarh because it's in the different segments also. Now come the interesting. So it was incorporated in 19. It's basically is financing to the rail. Okay, it's the main motive is there will be no non-performing NPL because the government itself is the buyer. It's just lent to one client, that is the railway, and we don't have to worry about the client base. It's concentration because it's the railways, and which is the only one can control it. That is the sovereign government. Rail Vikas Limited, it's 20 three company, 2003. Okay. It's engaged in business of implementing various types of it's the business railway infrastructure projects. Okay. By MOR. The Bingaj conversion, new lines, railway. Okay. What are the key strengths? It's expertise in the execution. Execution expertise under in diverse categories project with an asset light. It's an asset light project. They don't hold much assets. They do the completion. They are service types. Okay, and they are doing from years. It's proven that they are good. In the con call, they have focused that the company top line will grow 15% in the current financial. Okay, and RVNL is bidding for project various sectors, including railways, metro, marine, irrigation, etc. The company is optimistic about the pragmatic project and actively pursuing it. RVN is looking to expand its presence in the Middle East. It's expanding in the Middle East and a special purpose vehicle manufacturing Vande Bharat. They will also manufacture Vande Bharat. They almost got 100 from 100 to 30 to 40% orders. Strike rate is 30 and the order book is humongous. 67,000 crore to 70,000. And ambition target to achieve order book of 1 lakh crore. The bridge project is Karna Prayag Rishikesh to be completed by December 2025. It's the biggest project. Financials looks pretty much good. The sales are increasing, profits are increasing. Okay, pretty margins is low, but okay. FIDI is increasing their stake. So only this much only for today. Thank you for watching.